Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna do a woven background card. There's this Anna Griffin, I always get those mixed up, embossing folder that's old, that's there, everybody's making these cards, and I don't have the embossing folder. So I thought I would do a woven version. And well, it's been challenging. Let me say I have made a few backgrounds. This was my favorite, and I did it by um, scoring the background. But I think the way I did this one was a little easier. I just don't like how far apart I put them. Um, it was just I started by actually weaving them and then putting them on the background, although that can be really distracting on the back. So I've got another idea, and I thought this time I'm just gonna film it and we'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't, then I'll show you how I did the weaving and then putting it on the background. Because the problem that I had, whoops, with this one is, which was my first one, is I glued them along the edge, but then some of these ones that are really close to the edge, I think I probably started up here. Nope, I would have started, actually, I can't even tell anymore. Some of these, because you need to get the weave in there and it's glued down, and I couldn't get under it. So I'm starting with a bigger piece of paper this time. This is 4.5 by 6 to make a 4 by 5.25 background. And I'm going to start, because I'm going to cut off the edges, I can do this. I'm going to start by just putting some adhesive along, at least I know the top edge, and pull that off. And I cut my strips really long. I mean, you probably don't need them this long, but I couldn't get a good idea of what I needed. The one that you do, one of them, you couldn't, 6 inches wasn't long enough, but most of them it was. So I have like extra pieces over here that work great for the edges. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by laying my first one down. And make sure you get that corner off the edge, because I want a good angle, but not too much. And then I'm going to rub that down. And then, oh no, lost it. Oh, here we go. My measuring piece. This is, oh, oops, I don't want that on the tape. What is this? Well, this one's a little thinner, but I think I want the bigger one. I might have to make a new one of these soon. They're getting a little worn out. Okay, so this is about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm using it to determine where to put my next piece so that it's all nice and lined up. So I butt it up against here. Make sure that's good, and then I'm going to rub it down against the tape there. And then I'm going to use a small one for this because it's only a small area. We rub it, butt it up against, and then rub it down. Because if you can keep a consistent line here, then you're more likely to have little squares like you want. And now I think I'm gonna put, I don't know how long, let's see how long, and I can probably use some of the shorter pieces. Well, maybe not long enough. I'll just use this still. I am going to cut it, so it doesn't have to be edge to edge, but we'll see what I end up with needing. Okay. No, because I gotta make sure I have enough room to weave. Okay, so I'm gonna put tape all the way down this side too. Now where did my end go? There we go. Just to hold my strips in place. Got a little over the edge. Now we're gonna lay the next one, get it right up against our paper for keeping us even. And then the next, oops, there we go. Am I still on camera? Okay. Get the next one in there. It's pretty good. And then again. And then let's see how much of the last one we even need. Might be cut off eventually, who knows? Okay, there we go. So we've got those on. And now we're gonna start with the other pattern. And this is where the most challenging part is, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go over, I'll probably need one up here first. So I'm gonna go over, and then, or under, over, and then under, if possible. So probably not, we're gonna butt it up against it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to turn it. If I do it that way, I can get it straight on and make sure it's a right angle. Oh, if I do it right up against the glue too, that would be great. There we go, because then I can attach it there and weave it through. I forgot to clean this out before starting. I always forget to close it, so it just sort of sits there. Okay, so I'm going to, see if I can get this up. I'm going to glue as I go. Okay, can't really get it up now. Okay, got some glue in there. Then I'm going to lift, put some glue there. Put some glue there, because I don't necessarily know yet where I'm going to be cutting things off. So I want to be able to get this glued down. I am going to put a little glue there because I think that will be under the next one. Okay. So we know it's going to be, okay. Well, not gonna be able to get under that one. Okay, we're gonna have to take that one, see if we can take it off. Maybe, maybe not. That one might be added later. Okay, so under, over, just like you're weaving, under, over, and then we'll butt it up against you. Okay, now we've got our measuring cardstock. Needs to go a little bit further. There we go. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Well, a little bit more. Come on. Don't get down yet. There we go. Okay. So those are pretty good squares. Now, that one's stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna put some glue there, and apparently it's already stuck down. So we'll be gluing as we go. Okay, so we've got our first two for the wood grain. Now this one should be over. I'm gonna go through this side. Over, under. Now I'm going to line it up with the edge of this one just so that I can keep things straight. Actually, I should probably bring it all the way over here. Let's make sure that it's straight. That looks pretty good. It's never going to be perfect. I have to accept that. Oops! I went under two. Oh no. Someone out there is going, you missed one. but I can't hear you. Okay. Let's close. Let's see. Butt it up against. Okay, that's pretty good. Glue there. I think I'm stuck on that one. Glue there. Okay, and we're on to our next one. And we can see the background underneath on where we need to go. So we're gonna go under, under, over, under, and under. And this one's gonna go over, but we're likely not gonna see it. I'm just gonna use it to keep it straight. Okay, definitely not straight. I can tell over there. Okay, this is definitely a fiddly kind of thing. The embossing folder, definitely easier. But from what I've heard of other people, putting the little squares in that is also fiddly. Whoops. Let's make sure we're still pretty close. There we go. Little glue. Little glue. And then we're on our next one, which means we don't need that. We don't really even need that anymore. So it would be under this one, under, under. Starts to get more challenging the more papers you have. Okay, and we won't be getting to that one, so we don't need that much. Move it over with my little strip of cardstock to try and keep it even. Looks fairly good. There we go. Okay. Put one there. Whoops. Put one there. These are all probably going to be cut off anyway. And I'm using liquid glue so that I can hopefully adjust it. It does bond pretty fast. Okay. So we might need a tiny piece there, but, oh, and we definitely need our blue back here. Okay, over, gonna have to rip you up because I have to go under. There we go. That's pretty good. Put some glue on that one. Put some glue on that one. Okay. Oh, over here. I forgot there. I'm gonna grab a smaller piece I have. And so I've got to go under that one and over. Oh, this one's gonna be challenging. The corners are what got me the most. It was really hard getting all of it done, which is why I thought doing it just by itself would be easier. Before I put it on paper. And it might be. I might have to cut more for that. Okay. that looks good. Now, okay, it's not exactly attached here, so I'm just going to cut the edges, and then I'm going to work on getting it attached to the paper before I cut it down. Oh, okay, we'll start here, just cutting along the edges. A rectangle die for the front of your card might be very helpful for this. Once you get it glued down, then you can specifically pick out what you want on the front. Stampin' Up! Does not currently have that. It's very sad. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue down to just help me and make sure nothing moves. Okay, it's a little better. And all of these pieces that you're cutting off, you can use for more of these. Okay. Now, make sure you get some glue under everything. That's looking pretty good. Now, I'm gonna cut it to size. Oh, and I forgot to create a background or card base. So sorry, I'll have to do that when you guys are watching. Okay, so there's 4. You know, that actually looks pretty good. Well, there's some more there that needs glue. I am gonna go, I might keep that side. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 4, well, no, that makes such bidding. We'll go with this. Okay, go there. And then 4. Put some more glue down. Whoops. Probably shouldn't do it on my trimmer. Whoops. Might want to cut that part off because I just lost the corner piece. Okay, so 5 1/4. Oops. Did not get all the way through there. Okay. There we go. Ooh, and embossing this with just like an overall embossing folder that doesn't give much of a pattern but just texture would really make it get in place and stay. A little more glue. Let's see, any more places? A little bit there. I like how that turned out. I think I might just go with that one. Except for all these little spots that need glue. Maybe I should just put, yeah, now I think of it, maybe I should have just put glue all the way on the back of this, as you guys are probably saying, and then woven it through. I could have used this and then pulled it off as I was weaving it through. That might have worked. I might do it again. Although I have done it a number of times now, I might be over it. Okay, so I need this Misty Moonlight card base. So cut that. Whoops. Okay, use the other one. 4 1/4, not 5 1/2. 4 1/4. Oh, silly me. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go with that side. Now I can just glue it straight on, picking where I want the top and the bottom to be. I think that turned out really well. Now I need a sentiment. I need one more anniversary card for this year. So I'm going to use the Happy Anniversary from the new Phrases and Frames stamp set. And Misty Moonlight ink. And then I'm going to die cut it with the banner from Stylish Shapes because that is my favorite. Don't forget, when you put a straight edge through, you want to put it through at an angle. Okay, get that through. And I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. And then try and get it straight. I'm going to put it up here. And I wasn't going to add any bling to it because that background is so much, but I suppose you could do little bling in each. Oh, I have to get the adhesive remover out. I kept that part. I forgot about that. Someone else is going, you forgot about that. Yes, apparently I did. But you could put a little bling in each of the spots. That could be cool. Maybe we should just try it. I will get this out. And that's only silver left. I think, well, I suppose I could do silver. Use this one up. And then hopefully that will cover the adhesive stuff up here. So I don't have to worry about it. And then maybe alternate big and little. Though the big cover these gaps a lot. Maybe it would have been better to just do big. Oops. Maybe we'll have to open the other one. Some of those. Whoops. And then finish off the littles. Oopsie. Okay, let me know what you think. Do you like the bling on it? I kind of like the bling on it. So there's my card. Thanks for watching.